back to Nook Points, everybody. This is Ron.
And Charlie.
And it's time for another Cheap Grapes Binge.
Yay.
Starting with?
Fluxteria. Or Fluxteria.
Generic name for generic game. It's like Red Out Space Assault, but dollar store?
Yeah.
Yeah,
agreed.
Charlie found out that you can basically, this is footage of me playing, but Charlie found out that you can basically just fly through this game.
Yep.
There's only 6 levels. There are different types of missions. I can't remember all of them, but there's deathmatch and stuff like that. But for the main missions, for the story, there are only 6, and as you see, Charlie is literally just flying to the end of the game.
Yeah.
Like, the bad guys just leave you alone at a certain point if you just keep ignoring them.
Yeah, I didn't even try on that part.
Yes, a true dollar store game, even though it looks good, that's what it is. Alright, Curved Space. This also looks dollar store, but no, there's some real effort here and thought that went into this game. But unfortunately, it's just a series of space stations and asteroids and objects that you walk around on in space with your little, I don't know, you're a spider, they're a spider,
There's weird spider thingies that attack you. It's so weird.
Yeah, and then you have this latch device where you latch the creatures onto this object, and that drains their power, and that is a big factor in the game as well. Yeah, I don't know.
The graphics are pretty cool.
Yeah, it seems like it was well made and thought out, but that's all it is. All right, moving on to Sky Races. Speaking of that's all it is. This is just a
Sky Race game.
Yeah, that's it. And again, just like a dollar store Redout, this is dollar store Skydrift. And
yeah.
Yeah.
This is literally just footage of like me playing because I am amazing.
It's very jittery, like the way you move. All right, moving on to Pang Adventures.
Mm-hmm. This game, honestly, I can see how like it would be a good idea for a game, but with the way they like put it into action to be an actual game just wasn't really it.
It's so hard. It's really fun at first. You think it's gonna be like Peggle, but it's not. It's just pop the balloon with a spear gun or whatever you have, and so it just degrades until it's unpleasant and unfun to play, even with 2-player. Like, with 2-player, that's basically the only way to play the game.
Yeah.
At a certain point, but
unless you're like really, really good at it or something.
Yeah, but it's still it's just almost unpleasant to play. All right, moving on to
Cybex's Heart.
Cybex's Heart. So I played this one. It is a shmup, a shoot 'em up. It's okay. It really has that dollar store game look.
You can just tell.
Like, compared to the other games, this looks cheap. But, it's also an innovative kind of bullet hell shoot 'em up game. Like, there are moments in this game where it's authentically hard, but interesting, like this
where your screen is just completely filled with bullets and you're just getting
bullets all the time
constantly.
Yeah, it's I don't know if that's creative or not, but
I mean, they're making it difficult.
Yeah, okay. Dialogue choices here are very interesting. I'm presuming this is English is their second language,
or it's just an old slang term.
Yeah, we were brought here by the desire to pile on you.
Yeah, it's probably just like an old term that we don't know about, so that's why it's probably weird to us or something.
Pile on you. All right, moving on to Hypnospace Outlaw. This game's interesting. The more, I played it and I was kind of bored by it, if I'm honest. I got the point of it. It's a web browser with lots of interesting things going on, but then Charlie, ripped this game apart, and it's really kind of cool.
Yeah, the more, if you do have like a person that like understands like exactly like what to do, especially for games that like you don't especially know what like how to do, which is I think what like happened. So I kind of got the gist of it like almost immediately after just like finally understanding like the first two like things, and then after that I was like perfectly good. But it does get harder like as you go on, because you have to find like secret like codes and stuff, and then you can also like get like stuff like viruses, and so you have to avoid that. And basically the whole purpose of this game is that you're going around trying to like get people in trouble for basically like using like things that are against your company's laws for this specific like browser thing that you've made for people.
By the way, here's the virus.
The virus, it
gets so much worse too.
It does get so much worse. Like I could not do anything. But they do also have a lot of really cool features that I do like to like customize it and stuff. Really good game and all. And now we're going on to
Let Them Come, which is a not good game. It's Aliens. Someone wanted to do an Aliens like turret shooter game.
Yeah, I can see the goal. They just didn't put it together well.
Yeah, they made it. First of all, it's inverted, and you're just going up and down. So why invert it? Why make the down the up? You're shooting sideways, so why invert it? But yeah, this is all it is. After about 10 minutes of the game, you'll be good.
Yeah. And then Polyboy War.
Kind of the same thing.
Yeah, except this one, graphic-wise, is actually definitely better. It's just that the gameplay is, like, pretty difficult for us.
Yeah, you know, it is a good-looking game, weirdly, and but yeah, it's basically just people running at the camera.
And then you have to like kill them.
Yeah, it's not a total like. It's not like what is it? Paranautical Activity. It's not a trash. Okay. And now
for Castle on the Coast. This one is going to be the longest of all of them because there's so much to talk about this game. Like, we can't even, like, fit all of it in this video.
So, it's a Hat in Time on top of Spyro, on top of... It's like one giant world, and then when you're in the world, you open up different doors, and those different doors are your levels?
Yeah. And we could definitely see, like, what they were trying to, like, accomplish, like, with this idea of a game. It's just that they didn't, a lot, like, a bunch of other games in this thing, like, they had a great idea, except they didn't execute it well.
There are moments that are
like,
messy and glitchy and don't quite make sense.
Like the submarines here,
yeah,
like
you're about to see this.
You literally cannot go like underwater. Like you go in them, and there's like I tried like a bunch, all of the buttons.
Look
you
at
can't.
It's like glitched out.
And then you can't go underwater for some reason, even though they're submarines.
Yeah, but then and then the water leaves the tank. Whatever. There is a co-op mode.
Yes. But sadly, this co-op mode isn't really, like, co-op-y co-op. It's just where, like, the second player literally, like, is your backpack. Like, they don't really do much except, like, they're kind of, like, a second wheel to, like, the main character.
Yeah, it's even less than Rayman Legends. You're basically just tagging along, and the moment the other player moves the screen, you're out of the screen.
Yeah.
You're basically their backpack. Alright, moving on to Her Majesty's Spiffing.
Now, this one was actually, like, one of, like, the better games on here, except we ourselves did not play it very well, because, like,
It's a point and click.
It's a lot like a point and click, but, like, 3D-ish. It definitely does have a story, and the humor, the graphics are, like, all really, like, nice.
It's well made for what it is.
Yeah. I can definitely see what it was going for, except, like, I know that, like, this stuff wasn't really, like, for us, too. We also, like, I also, like, messed up on a part, and then I got us, like, stuck. And so that's what happened, and then we couldn't, like, progress through it, and so that was a whole thing.
It's not the pony, it's better than that. All right, moving on to the final game of the night.
The Forest Quartet. Now, I am going to take the lead on this one because I was basically the only one who played this. Dad was only here for like the first few parts of the piano. But so basically this game is going along the story of this quartet, which consists of a pianist, a bassist, a drummer, and a singer. And now the actual gameplay is like really nice, and as Dad would say, it's a lot like a Journey. And it's very like graphically, and like I personally like the controls and like the graphics are very pleasing. But the story on it is that the pianist has depression, and the bassist has anxiety, and the drummer has like anger issues, and the singer is like basically the one who's keeping their entire group together. And so when her character ends up dying, they all like split up, and they end up just going very bad paths and just like arguing a lot. And then in the end they do end up like getting together. But the game itself, like once you figure out the puzzles, it's really good. Very short though, and I do honestly personally wish it would be longer because I certainly like love this. This puzzle, however, was really difficult for me to like figure out, but once I did figure it out, it was really easy. So the puzzles are actually like challenging, which I like about this game because I thought it was just gonna be a bunch of easy puzzles, but really good game.
All right, there you go. That's all the cheap games we have recently played. Thank you for watching, and
bye, and have a good night, day, afternoon, whatever.
Goodbye.